teachers recruitment and deployment system is recommended. This means that once the Ministry of Finance gives financial clearance for the recruitment of teachers, the recruitment and posting of teachers should be done at the district education officers.
You know, over the past few years, the government at the end of the day has become the major stakeholder when it comes to recruiting and then posting of what? Of teachers. And we shall finally, the education sector, their stakeholders, Omakasa. Now, some more cardiac abino, and then the Ministry of Education together with the Ministry of Finance, and they said this time around the local level should be able or should get the power to recruit and then post teachers. Why? You know, here is the BJ show. You do well to subscribe, you share the link, tell us about the BJ show, and the next thing is you do well to leave a comment. Mr. Media, the political Joe. So do well to follow the BJ show on all media platforms, on Facebook, when it comes to Twitter, and then your favorite account, which is the TikTok, and then do not forget about the YouTube channel. Yes, so according to the stakeholders and some more culture buying nane say they should allow them to get the power, to get the data, and then to start posting of teachers. Here is the BJ show. Yente and some more tuja.
Teachers recruitment and deployment system is recommended. This means that once the Ministry of Finance gives financial clearance for the recruitment of teachers, the recruitment and posting of teachers should be done at the district education officers. At that local level, they have the local knowledge and then experience about the terrain. And then they can therefore better deploy or place teachers to where their services are more needed. Secondly, the equitable deployment of teachers requires timely, accurate, and reliable data. It is therefore recommended to the Ministry of Education and the GES to invest a modicum of its resources in equipping their plan and monitoring data and collection and the research-related issues. The staff of this unit should also be given refresher training to enable them collect, analyze, store, transmit data related to teacher education that will track key performance indicators. This will help in improving teacher rationalization and deployment in Ghana. We also recommend that given the huge teacher deficit in rural areas, it is recommended that policies aimed at motivating teachers to teach in rural areas, such as the 20% increase in allowances that was announced by the government and the teacher accommodation for rural teachers, that would serve as motivation for teachers to accept postings to rural areas, should be given critical attention and brought to the limelight. I'll give you an instance. If you go to the Union area, a school called Bungbani have only 2 teachers handling over 374 learners. Yes, and then now it's 2. These are qualified teachers. How can this? How can there be quality learning outcomes in this situation? Now we conclude. The conclusion to be drawn from our research or the above reflection is that a decentralized teacher recruitment and deployment system offers better prospects for improving learning outcomes, teacher accountability, and retention than the existing centralized system, which has many associated challenges. Thank you very much.
So that's the stakeholders in the education sector, and then they are urging the government to decentralize how they post and then recruit teachers. Because this let me give judgment on this one, because the government should not decentralize it. These people, we know them. At the end of the day, look at how things are going. Oh, assalamu alaikum. Because if we give them the permission to, hi, Ghana. You know, this is the BJ show. You do what to subscribe. You share the link. Tell us about the BJ show. And the next thing is, you do what to leave a comment.